Welcome to the Startup Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, the host of the show, where we talk about raising funding for your startup and the time it takes to have an espresso. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. Not all revenue is the same. There are several characteristics which define the quality of revenue. Here's an additional list to consider. Repeatable. If the revenue is not recurring but rather repeatable, then it has greater value than revenue that is a one-time event. Strategic. If the revenue comes from a strategic source rather than a tactical source, it will most likely provide greater value to the business in the long run. Product market fit. If the revenue comes from a source of strong product market fit, it will have greater value than revenue that comes from a weak product market fit. Long-term value. If the revenue comes from a strategic channel, then it will have greater value than if it comes from an opportunistic channel. Look for these characteristics to understand the quality of your revenue. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start listening to today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.